Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of my Nuka-World new items overview. When I made part 1 I hadn't completed the DLC yet, and so there were still a lot of stuff that I hadn't unlocked or discovered. So I thought I would just make a second part for those of you who have not played it yet and still would like to know what cool new things are in it, or if you want to know if it's worth it to get it just for the items, then you can know. So first I'm going to start out with all of the items that aren't in the build menu. These are the clothing items and other clutter and weapons that I have found. Now, this is by no means a definitive guide. I mean, there are a lot of stuff that I haven't discovered yet, probably, or variations of different things, but so far this is what I've discovered. I have completed most of the Nuka-World DLC in that I've unlocked all the areas of the park, but I have not sided with the raiders or taken over any settlements. So there will be some items, especially in the build menu, that I don't have yet. Anyway, so we'll start over here in clothing. Now some of these I showed last time, but like this one and this one. So this is the Bottle and Cappy t-shirt and Bottle and Cappy t-shirt with a jacket, the green version, and here's the Bottle and Cappy t-shirt, or no, that might be just the Bottle t-shirt, yeah, with the jacket. And I don't actually have a Bottle t-shirt by itself. There probably is one, but I haven't found it. This is the Nuka-World Geyser jacket and jeans with and without, with the jacket and without the jacket. This is the Nuka-World t-shirt and jeans, and this is the one with the jacket, same version. And this is the Cappy t-shirt, and then the Cappy t-shirt with the jacket. And it might have other varieties or colors, but I have not found other colors. Anyway, I showed this suit last time, but there's also this one. And these are what the operators wear, one of the raider groups, and these are the types of armor that they tend to wear over their suits. I think they might have a chest piece too, but I never found one on any dead operators. I haven't killed any. The only way I actually found any of these stuff is to buy them, or I did loot a couple dead members of the pack. I believe they were killed by super mutants. Anyway, I haven't actually murdered any of them myself to get their clothes, so most of these I bought. And I couldn't find full sets, so this is just a basic idea of what it looks like. Anyway, then the disciples wear these things, and these are the undergarments that they wear under their armor. The torn shirt and ragged pants, and the torn shirt and jeans. Unfortunately, they have blood all over them because the disciples are disgusting. And this is the wrap and ripped jeans and the wrap and ragged pants. And generally, females wear them. Males can wear them, but they look stupid. Because males shouldn't wear a top like that, right? This is generally the armor they wear over. He's not got pants on because I didn't have another set of these to put underneath them, but these are generally the armors that they wear over this stuff. And also here's some too. So this is the disciple hood, chest piece, and yeah, armored stuff, and disciple cowl, and different armor pieces. There's all different kinds. This is by no means all of them, but this is basically what the disciples wear. And these these are what the pack wear. These are their undergarments that they wear under their armor. This is furry undergarments and ripped shirt and socks and really short shorts. Yeah. This is generally the armor that they wear. They like brightly colored things, toys, and yeah. So we got the left arm, right arm, chest piece, right leg. I didn't have a left leg. They wear this stuff over either of these. So yeah, that is the armors and clothing of Nuka-World in a nutshell. Then over here we've got costumes. So this is the magician's costume and magician's tuxedo and Oswald's top hat. You have to complete the Kitty Kingdom. Yes, the Kitty Kingdom quest. You have to unlock the Kitty Kingdom area of the vault to get this, and you have to kill the boss guy at the end, or yeah, to get it. This is the Nuka Girl rocket suit, which you will find inside the Galactic Zone, and it's in the I can't remember which part of the Galactic Zone it's in. It's the one that has the rocket ship ride that you can go on in this. I can't remember what it's called though. Anyway, it's inside there. And this is the spacesuit costume and helmet. You also find these in the Galactic Zone, although you can find one of these in the bottling plant as well on the boat tour that goes through the bottling plant. You'll find one of these there too. These are a quest item. So I found 7 of them. Do not pick up all 7 if you don't want to carry them around forever, because you can't drop them until you complete the quest. And if you want to know where to go to complete the quest so that you can get rid of it, go find the Hubologist's Shack. I think it's called the Hubologist's Shed or Shack, something like that. And you can go there. It's on the southwestern part of the map, and it's outside of Nuka-World, the park area. It's outside the park area. Anyway, you will need 5 of them to complete the quest, so don't go to the Hubologist's Shack until you have 5 of them, or you'll have to go back. Anyway, this is Western Duster and a brown cowboy hat. I'm actually kind of underwhelmed by this. It does not look like a Western Duster. It looks like, well, it almost looks like Preston's coat, to tell you the truth. It should have been brown, I think, and it should have been slightly longer. Maybe not, but it should have been brown. Yeah. It shouldn't have looked so much like Preston's outfit. I'm not very, impressed. Anyway, then there's a few different Western outfits, and you'll find all these Western outfits in Dry Rock Gulch. They're on mannequins, animatronic mannequins throughout the park, and you can just pick them off. Actually, all of these, except this one, you'll find on animatronic mannequins. You don't have to kill anybody, except this one. You have to kill somebody to get that one. And so you've got Western outfit, that's the orange and white one, then the yellow one, and also the prospector's hat, which I think looks kind of goofy. So there's a yellow version and a black version of the prospector's hat in the orange Western outfit. Then there's the cowhide Western outfit and the black cowboy hat, which my character is wearing because it actually looks better on him than the fedora that he was wearing. Anyway, so those are the costumes that I have found, and I think that's all of them. I may be wrong. If there's more costumes than this, let me know and tell me where to find it, because I'd like to go get them. I'd like to have all of the costumes for sure. I'm not really too concerned about collecting every single piece of armor. I mean, probably I eventually will, just because I plan on murdering all the raiders in Nuka-World, so I'm probably going to get a ton more armors. And this probably might not even be all of the t-shirts. These are what I could find. Anyway, moving on to junk. Well, first we got all of the new Nuka-Colas. So we've got Grape, Nuka-Cola Wild, Nuka-Cola Quartz, Nuka-Cola Dark, which is also alcoholic, apparently, Nuka-Cola Orange, and Nuka-Cola Victory. So those are all the new flavors that you'll find throughout the park. And then we've got Funnel Cake and cotton candy bites. I forgot to share these last time. I had all these things in the first video. I just completely forgot to show them to you. And then we've got also Nuka-Cola Mix. It's Nuka-Cola. Now you take these to the Nuka-Cola mixer machines, which I'll show you in a few minutes, and you can make new flavors. But in order to make them, you have to have the Nuka-Cola recipe books, and you'll find these all throughout the park, and each one is a different recipe for a different flavor. And then once you have these recipes, you can make them using the mix at any bottling Nuka-Cola mixer, and you can build these mixers in your settlements, or there's also various mixers throughout the parks as well. Also, we've got park map. Now, I actually did have every single one of these items on these tables in the last video. I just completely forgot to put them out. Park map pamphlet. These are all over the place. So, yeah, it's basically a map of Nuka-World. Then the various scav magazines. So these give you various skills, improvements, and stuff like that. And one more little magnet that I hadn't found yet. Souvenir cat magnet. Nuka-Cola lunchbox. Front and back. And there's also a new plant, Fever Blossom. These are bioluminescent. I guess they glow in the dark, so they're kind of cool. So then we got the Thirst Zapper, which is a squirt gun, water squirt gun. It shoots water. And it's needed to play one of the arcade games. You need these. I have found 3 of them so far, so they are scattered around. And the Commie Whacker, which is also used for one of the arcade games. And I have 2 of these. So I'm not sure where I found them. I don't remember where I found them. One of them I found in Nuka-Cade, the arcade in Nuka-World. But I can't remember where I found the other one. And of course we have the Nuka-Cade tokens and Nuka-Cade tickets. So you need these to play the arcade games. And when you win the arcade games, it spits out tickets, and then you can exchange these for prizes in the Nuka-Cade. Yeah, that's how that works. Alright, and then over here we've got some weapons. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have never seen one of these before, and so it might be new to Nuka-World, but yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. A persuasion grenade. I'm not exactly sure what it does. It does 1 damage. So it's not for killing people. Apparently it's for persuading people. I've not tried it because it's the only one I found. So I'm not sure what it does. If you guys know what it does, tell me. Also tell me if it's from Nuka-World or if it's from somewhere else. I found it in Nuka-World, so I don't know. I've never found another one anywhere else, so I thought it was interesting. Then we got some various knives. Disciples serrated blade. The Disciples use knives. Disciple's knife, that's just the basic one. And this was a legendary one I found, and that was cool, so yeah. You can upgrade these knives. These are probably just variations of the basic knife, so anyway. Then we've got over here some guns and other things. This is Cito's Shiny Slugger, and in order to get this, you have to clear out and complete the quest in the Safari Kingdom, I believe it's called. Yes. And then we've got some guns. These aren't special guns. Whoops. These just came... I just found these. The operators use sniper rifles. That's mostly what they carry. The pack uses these really painted ones. And the Disciples use these short automatic rifles, generally. And there's variations of each of these too, because they can be modded just like any other weapon. And this is the Western Revolver, and I found this in the Dry Rock Gulch. So it's the only one I found, I think. And I don't know, I can't remember where I found it, but yeah, I found it in Dry Rock Gulch. So I don't know if you can buy them or find others, or if this is the only one. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, that is all of the clothing and clutter and weapons that I am going to show you guys. I know there's probably more, but I'm not going to do a part 3 of this. I wanted to it's taking too long for me to collect all this stuff, you know, to show, and I wanted to do it before it became, you know, unimportant. And also, I realized that there's probably more weapons, and even more unique weapons, maybe, but I haven't found them yet, if there is, and so, you know, yeah, this isn't a complete guide to everything in Nuka-World. Anyway, now, while we still have some time left in this video, because I don't want it to be too long, I'm going to show you all of the new stuff that I have unlocked in the build menu since my first episode of this, which is a lot, because in the first episode I had only just entered Nuka-World, and I hadn't actually taken over any areas of the park yet, just Nuka Town, USA. So, I will show you new stuff. Now, first I will show you everything in the Nuka-World tab. So, last time I showed you everything in Nuka Town, USA. There's nothing in there. And I showed you all the Nuka-Cade stuff. But now there's the Galactic Zone stuff. So, we've got... I think that goes on the wall. Yes, that's a sign. So we've got the Nuka Girl cutout. And that goes on the ground. That's a alien cutout. That's an alien? Oh, I thought it was like a cricket or something. Okay. And then there's these posters. So, sorry, they're in the shade. Yeah, so these are just some different posters, which is kind of cool. They're just different. They got some rocket ships and stuff. And then we've got these giant rockets. You probably saw me if you watched my Let's Build. You saw me use one of those already. And, oops, there's the one that lies on the ground as well. And that's everything in the Galactic Zone. And then we have Dry Rock Gulch, which they have these little plastic cactuses, or metal, whatever they're made out of. And various cartoony stand-up things with the Old West theme. And then they also have hay bales, which I think is kind of cool. You could use these in settlements. Oh, and they stack. That's nice. You could put these next to your Brahmin feeding trough and put them in your Brahmin pen. I always wished that they had them. I didn't think they would ever put them in, but I always kind of wished that they did have them. And a hitching post that you can tie your Brahmin to, I guess. I don't know. And then also a feed trough, which you can also use as a planter box. If you glitch some plants in there, I saw somebody do that once. Somebody shared on Twitter, glitching a potted plant into the planter box. So, yeah. So that's everything from Dry Rock Gulch. Then we've... oh, man. This is ridiculous, actually. I'll come over here where there's more room. Kitty Kingdom. Well, we've got giant ice cream cones. Because, you know, every settlement needs these, right? And giant ice cream that can sit on the ground. Whoops. Plus, we also have giant lollipops. Orange ones, red ones, blue ones, and green ones. And you can raise them and lower them however high you want them to be. I cannot imagine actually using these in a settlement, but maybe if you were making a theme park or carnival or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, and giant gumdrops too. Red, orange, red, blue, and green. Also, race cars. These are like they call them race cars, but they're like roller coasters. They ride on a track, and you find them in Kitty Kingdom. They actually slide along on a track. So, and I did put this in the last video, but the throne, which is also in just the general I think it might be in the Nuka-Cade. No, it's in the general. Well, no, it's not. Okay, maybe they already had it out. Maybe I had that one already. Huh. Anyway, yeah, in my last video, I think that was the only thing that was in the Kitty Kingdom tab. For some reason, I had it. It was unlocked right at the beginning. That was weird. Anyway, then we've got Safari Adventure. We got some huge statues of a bear and of a gorilla. And giant cobras with Nuka-Cola bottles in their mouths. Go figure. And there's 2 of those. I'm not sure the difference. One has eyes. Nope. Oh, they're reversed from each other. Okay, that's the difference right there. They're reversed from each other. So you can make a bronze zoo, I guess. Then it also has some signs. So, warning, please keep hands out of cage. Do not feed the animals. Crocodiles. Bison, I guess. Don't feed the bears. And don't put your children through the bars. I guess that's what that is. And also some kind of ibex or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway. So those are the signs, and I think that's it. That's all for Safari Adventure. So now we've got Bottling Plant, and oh, it's getting foggy. Hold on a second, you guys. Let me just clear the weather real quick. So, don't need no fog. Hello? Did I run out? Oh, I ran out. Of course I did. Alright, excuse me for a second. Okay. There. Now the weather can be clear. Okay. Now, let's just get this back open. And I was about to show you the bottling plant stuff. Right. We got these gigantic Nuka-Cola bottles. Blue ones. And orange ones, and red ones, and silver ones. Because, I don't know. I can't imagine what I would use them for. Oh yeah, and just a regular one too, so. Yeah, giant Nuka-Cola things. I can imagine using this one. Put it on a flat surface. I can imagine using that one for, like, at a outside a cafe or something. These are ugly. I don't know. Not my thing, anyway. And I think that's all. I'm not sure. I think nothing has been added to the miscellaneous. No. Okay. So now we have... let me just take some of these away because I am running out of space here. Okay. So now we got the Raider tab, which is at the very end. This was here before Nuka-World came out. It wasn't always here. It came with one of the patches. They just moved the Raider themed stuff into it. And so then when Nuka-World came out, they added new Raider stuff to it. So here we've got the Raider flags, and I can't actually build any of these right here because these are the flags that you put up to attract the raiders to your settlements when you want them to take over settlements. But I haven't actually completed that part of the quest, so I can't actually build any of these. But then you do have the let me put these up. You do have the hanging stuff for the different raiders. So we've got, this is for the operators, so they're banners that you can hang on the wall. And unfortunately you can't actually hang them from underneath something, which I find extremely annoying. You can't actually, like, yeah, hang them underneath. You can hang them slightly over it, I guess. Anyway, and then we've got these odd. This is a training dummy for knife fights, I guess. So you can activate it and it'll stab things. Yeah. And then you can put that in your armory, I guess. And then there's this thing too. Yeah, go figure. They're weird. So that's what's there for the operators. Then we've got the pack, and they like all things having to do with animals in the grossest way possible. Now, the pack also has a banner, which I can't show you very easily. It's just got a an animal head. Excuse me. And they also have a long banner too, so we can put one up here maybe to show you guys. I'll just stick it over the other one. No, I can't. I'll take the other one off. It's a pretty much a plain banner, so if you didn't even want to have a raider camp but wanted to have banners hang in places, like from the bottom of your treehouse, I don't know, it doesn't look bad. It's just a plain old dirty banner, so it doesn't have any insignia on it. Then they have all these really odd animal mannequins. What? That looks like a fawn or something. And here's a female one. Yeah. And whatever that is. And then they have this horrible gorilla chair. I don't know why you would want to sit on that, but then they've got a Brahmin chair, so it's got an udder. They also have a Brahmin couch. Put it in your ranch house, I don't know. The grossest thing, though, that they have is the ghoul chair. And this is why it's gross. Yes, the ghoul is alive. And that just about creeped me out when I saw that. If you go into the PAX headquarters in Nuka-World, they have one of these in there. That was the first time I saw it. And I was walking by and I thought I saw it moving. I was like, what in the world? Why would you want to sit on that? It would bite the back of your head, wouldn't it? Oh, that's just nasty. That's just nasty. Anyway, there we go. That is all for the pack. Then we've got the disciples and their insignia thingy, their hanging thing, which I can't really... There. It's got a big old red knife on it and other types of knives and stuff on it. And they also have one that can hang up. Let me take that one down. This one, it doesn't have any insignia on it, but it looks like it's coated with blood, liberally. And they also have this odd thing, which, I don't know. Go figure, whatever it is. In the game, they actually put like dead bodies and stuff. They stick dead bodies in it. They also have a blood... No, wait. I'm in the wrong... Oh, that was all for the disciples. So then in Raider Miscellaneous, they've got a blood trough, which is just nasty. And then they have all these various mannequins in contorted poses. So, yeah. Different ones. Did I already show that one? Yeah, I sure did. So then there was that one. Yeah. And then they got all these different big spiky things with heads on them. And I don't have enough skulls to build them all, but you need a skull for each one, so I don't have enough. I actually need 2 skulls for each one. So I don't have enough. And these ones you don't need skulls for. Yeah. Big, spiky raider things. And the rest is the raider stuff that was already in the raider tab. Whoops. Yeah. So that's a lot of useless stuff. There's a lot of really useless stuff in this, which I'm not quite happy about, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you wanted to set up a really nasty looking raider camp, yeah, that would, or a really like goofy carnival. But there's not a lot of practical use for most of this stuff. I like the trough and the hay bales, and I don't know, I kind of like the cactuses and stuff, different things. But most of the stuff I'll never use. Yeah. Now, let me see. I'm not sure if that's it. I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all. If I'm wrong, let me know. There's no new building types of things, and I don't think there's any new furniture, so. Other than the patio furniture I showed you last time. And I'm pretty sure that's all of the decorations. Although, when I was browsing through posters, it seems like I came across a poster, except I'm probably not going to be able to build it because I don't have any copper on me for some reason. Because I can't build any of these without copper. But, anyway, I don't know. It seemed like there was a few posters that looked different that I don't remember seeing before, but I could be wrong. There's an awful lot of them, and I certainly didn't memorize them all, but there were some that were back here at the end. But these ones, I know you can't really see them. Sorry, I didn't realize I was out of copper. Anyway, I think that's it, you guys. Yeah. So, oh, that's just some other junk I was doing something else with. So anyway, I'm losing my daylight here. So that's basically all. It's not completely all because, yeah, like I said, I didn't unlock everything. But this is pretty much everything I'm going to unlock, and probably pretty much everything I'm going to find, because I don't have time to play Nuka-World anymore. I have to do other things now. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you're all enjoying Nuka-World. Again, let me know if there's anything I missed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe for more Fallout 4 tips and tricks, and Let's Plays, and building guides, and stuff like that. I put out new videos every day, so yeah, stay tuned for more. And until then, everybody, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye.